What's happening, folks? This is going to be a 360 VR test drive of the 2022 Hyundai Ioniq. And this thing looks absolutely beautiful. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I love the look of this. Now, if you've never experienced 360 video before, if you're using your cell phone, you can take your finger, swipe around in order to look around. If you're using the YouTube app, you can also move your phone around in order to see what's going on around us in full 360 video. If you're on your desktop, you can also take your mouse, you can go full screen, swipe across as necessary. Well, one thing to consider, if you're on your desktop, and even if you're on your phone, make sure you go full quality, so 5.7K in order to get the best possible experience. This is going to be fun. And the reason why is because this is Hyundai's fully electric Ioniq. Now, I was in the Kona EV, which is really, really nice. I've got a feeling this is going to be a tiny little bit better. So I was talking with one of the sales reps at Ajax Hyundai where I picked this thing up for the day, and he was telling me that he prefers the Ioniq over the Kona as well. Fairly similarly priced, but this thing has slightly better range, and the feature set of this is also really nice. All right, here we go. All right, what I'm going to do, we're gonna go for a little bit of a drive. I'm gonna circle back and, oh, that's nice. Oh, that is nice. Okay, hold on. So what I'm playing with the paddle shifters right now, and it's all to do with regenerative braking. So the higher the level, it feels like the faster it's going to brake for you at the same time, which is kind of neat. Okay, I want to just double check that to make sure that's the case, but, okay, so I'm gonna go into the lowest mode possible, which in theory, yeah, it provides like next to no resistance for regenerative braking, versus if I'm on level 3, I feel, oh yeah, I can already feel it. Like it feels like it wants to slow down. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. So level 3 is going to slow down like it's like your max regenerative braking. You can feel the difference that makes. Like it's kind of ridiculous. And then there also is the option for one pedal driving. So that means that we don't have to worry about using the brake whatsoever. Oh, it's so weird. Okay, we can still use the brake, but in theory, you don't need to worry about using the brake with a one pedal drive because it's going to slow us down very quickly. Wow. Wow, that's neat. Okay, so the one pedal drive is amazing. Whether you go one pedal or not, oh, so I'm in sport mode right now, so like realistically, going one pedal driving doesn't necessarily make sense, but at the same time, you've got the flexibility to use it if you want to. Oh, but this is nice. This is really, really nice. Oh, now a few things. The model that I'm in, this is the preferred. So it's the preferred all-wheel drive, and it's the extended range. So in the US, that would be the limited equivalent. With a caveat, because in the US, your limited also comes with 20-inch tires, versus in Canada, it's a 19-inch tire standard, and we've got an optional upgrade package to that 20-inch. Now, there's a few other differences as well, because without that added package in Canada, we also don't have the heads-up display. So unfortunately, no option for that, and there are a few other features that you miss out by not having that package that are going to be standard in the limited. But it was actually an interesting reason why Hyundai did it if you really think about the business aspect behind it. This vehicle is geared more towards, so it's priced, I should say, at that perfect level. Because in Canada, you can get a federal rebate for EV vehicles of up to $5,000 right now if it's $55,000 or less. This vehicle rings up at under $55,000, so technically you would be eligible for the federal rebate, and then there's also an Ontario rebate if you're a business owner on top of that. So there are all sorts of great incentives for this thing. This is pretty nice though. Super comfortable drive. The seat itself is actually pretty nice. Like it's just a cloth seat, but at the same time, it's comfortable. The headrest is just a two-way adjust, so we can just go up and down with it. No option to go forwards, backwards, unfortunately, but still is fairly nice at the same time. There's like a ridiculous amount of space inside of this thing too. Like with the seat all the way down, I've got like 7 inches of headspace, which is just like mind-boggling. Like that's so crazy. Like I'm 6 feet tall, so if you're taller than that, you'll comfortably be able to sit inside this vehicle. Now, one of the cool things is this is also past its break-in period, which means we can also have a little bit of fun with it. So, oh, that's nice. Instant torque. Instant torque. I love it. I love EVs for that reason alone. Just the sheer amount of power that these things can push out is amazing. Now I have turned the smart cruise control system on, so we've got the option of easily doing that, and it's straightforward. So we can set 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time. We can adjust as necessary. We've got a distance indicator, so how close or how far are we away from the vehicle in front of us. And then there also is a lane centering button. So that lane centering, what that's going to do is keep us perfectly balanced in our lane as we go. There's a series of other safety settings that are standard inside of this thing. But overall, like, I'm actually surprised that the steering wheel's comfortable. Neck is kind of nice. The media screen is great. The base media screen inside of this thing, so the one we're looking at here, it does have support for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It is wired. Unfortunately, I wish it was wireless. Not wireless, unfortunately, but we at least have that wired connection. Like, this thing does have factory navigation, but if you'd prefer to use Google Maps, Apple Maps, or Waze, you've got the flexibility to do it. All 3 of those are available on the Apple CarPlay side of things. Android Auto, we're strictly looking at the Google Maps support. So we don't have options for, obviously for Apple Maps, that just doesn't make sense, but we don't have support for Waze inside of the vehicle. But overall, this is nice. Like, I love all the little highlights. We've got, if you take a look around, like, we do have some blue looks and highlights and things like that all over the place. That is actually unique to this vehicle. And the reason why is because the dealership, so Ajax Hyundai, they actually do this aftermarket themselves, just to kind of give it a little bit of a different look. So they've done some basic highlights inside the vehicle. There are some on the outside as well. It just gives it a very different look than what you typically see in this vehicle. This is kind of nice though. We do have the auto hold setting. That's a useful one. So auto hold, you can take your foot off the brake and the vehicle's going to hold in place right now. So I'm technically in drive gear, I guess I could say. I'm in forward mode, and it's keeping me going there, and it's keeping me held into place there. So it's a very smart system. We have a series of drive modes, and I'm obviously in the sport mode right now because I love me my sport mode, and it's got an amazing feeling to it. I freaking love this thing. It's so good. So good. I think Hyundai's got a good vehicle on their hands here. I think they did well. Oh, interesting. And auto beams. Auto lights, cool. All right, I just noticed in the car in front of me, I was under a bridge there and the lights turned on as we, oh, that's neat. Oh, cool. Yeah, they're kind of adjusting as an SL. That's really neat. Oh, even these pedals. So the paddle shifters, I should say. So the paddle shifters are great because it lets you adjust how sensitive the vehicle is for regenerative braking. As of right now, I'm in the mode where it's like not going to regenerative brake really whatsoever, but we've got the option for 1 pedal driving, which, you know what, I'm actually going to try that on the highway here. So I'm going to go into, there we go, you heard that click? Okay, let's do this. Instant torque! So good. So good. But the downside of that 1 pedal driving, so I'm currently going 100 right now. I take my foot off the gas and it like slowed down almost instantly. But one of the benefits with that 1 pedal drive is it's going to help out with with recharging the battery as you drive. So it is a really, really nice system. It takes a little bit of getting used to that 1 pedal driving, but it will bring you down to a complete stop. But like stark comparison, because without that mode on, I'm just in regular mode right now. So 0 technically in the regen braking scale. And it's like driving a regular gas vehicle. Like I'm on the highway right now, so taking my foot off of the gas, in a gas vehicle, you'd slow down very slowly. And that's exactly what's happening here. So foot's off the gas in like 96, 95, 94. It's slowing me down very slowly, but it still is like what you'd find in a traditional gas vehicle. This is really nice though. Oh, this is really nice. Oh. Okay, that one there, I kind of veered over into a lane without signaling. Technically, not technically, because I was going through an off-ramp, an off-ramp there. But, oh, this is nice. Okay, hold on. What's happening with the lane centering? Keeping me balanced? Yes, it is. Look at this. Oh, so good. All right. As it like ditches me, but it is. It's following the lane. It's steering right now. It's steering for me as we go around this bend. Like I am not touching the wheel. Okay, here we go. Well, I'm touching the wheel. I'm not turning the wheel, I should say. That is really cool. I love it. Oh, this is really nice. Surprisingly comfortable. and there's a good amount of range standard inside of this. We've got our standard versus the extended range battery. The Ioniq is available either rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive instead. So I know me personally, like if I were to look at a vehicle right now, I'm in the market for a few different things, but still not sure which way I'm going to go yet. It's like the downfall of doing automotive reviews is you get to try out so many things. It's like analysis paralysis. Like there are so many options. You're like, what do I choose? Ugh. I think it might be an EV, but I think the rep at Ajax Hyundai might have me sold on a hybrid instead. Because gas prices the way they are right now, like we touched almost $2 a liter, right? It was crazy. Like out west on the west coast, like Vancouver, they went over $2 a liter. So like I feel for you so much right now out there. It's terrible. But that's where EVs come into play. But this is really nice. Like I'm surprisingly nice. It's a really quiet drive, comfortable cabin. One of the interesting things, I was actually reading an article that Hyundai apparently just finished patenting a noise generator for the engine, I guess you should say, the electric motor. So obviously like electric, it's quiet. But apparently what's going to happen is that it'll offer like a little bit of a vibration as you go, which the benefit of that little vibration means that it's going to give you a little bit more of like a gas type of a real feel instead, which is unbelievable. But this thing feels amazing, looks amazing, responds amazing. Guys over at Ajax Genesis and Ajax Hyundai are part of a larger dealer group. Amazing to be able to work with. This is nice though. Good amount of power, good technology all around. It's got not a full 360 camera, but we at least have our standard backup camera. As you can see there, super responsive at the same time. I love all the different sticks, the layouts. Like I said, we've got some different options for drive modes and things like that, and USB power points all over the place. But that was a quick look at the 2022 Hyundai Ioniq. What did you think? If you enjoy this type of VR content, give it a thumbs up, share it with your social networks, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until I see you next time, take care.